How's it going? So, I brought this up a few times in a few other videos. Figured I'd sit down real quick and sort of talk about this. If you can see, the Inforce aplc, 200 lumens, 1.5 hours of runtime. So what's in the box? Basically instructions in the light. No type of tool. The battery is already inside the unit, and the unit is on a there's a setting on the head. You can lock it out. The unit's on that lock setting. So I bought the unit, to be honest with you. When I bought the unit, I had serious concerns, okay? The light I truly wanted was a TLR7. And it's a really nice, I love that light. But lately I've been trying out this thing at Grab a Gun, the shoot now and pay later program, which I'm going to make a video on. And all they had was the TLR8 with the laser. They didn't have any 7s. They didn't have them available. Not that they weren't in stock, they just didn't carry them. But they carried the 8, and I found that kind of odd. Now, at the time of this video, they might have 7s, but about a month or 2 months ago, they didn't. So anyway, they had this aplc. I got this on my SIG 320 compact. They had it, and they had this thing where you could get a quote on it. And I got a quote, and it was $87. And I'm like, well, if I don't like it, I can sell it, you know. I got it mounted. The first thing I did was, after I unlocked it, I tried it out. And I'm like, wow. The little thing is fucking bright. But I did try it outside. And it's winter time, so you know light reflects off the snow, and I thought, wow, man, even outside this thing is like really bright. And I'll get some footage. I'll roll some footage in, some night footage of this light outside, and we'll light up some various distances. But it's really not that bad of a light. Now, real quick, a lot of people think Inforce is junk, and I'm one of them, rightly so. So many issues they've had. That's why I had a lot of concerns about this light. But so far, it's been holding up really well. Now, would I buy this light? Would I take it over the TLR7? No way. If I had them both available, I would get the TLR7. I mean, it's so bright. The Inforce is. It's wicked bright. I mean, it's just got that really bright light where the TLR7, it's got a bright light too, but it's got like a yellowish hue to it. It ain't like you ever see those headlights and they're just super white? The TLR7 to me is not super white. It's white, but it's got a yellowish tint, a yellowish hue to it. The Inforce The Inforce is like super white headlight. It's just got that white look like you'd see on a supercar, like a Lamborghini or a high-end Audi or Cadillac or something. Which I'm not complaining about, okay? I'm just saying it's pretty, I mean, it's very bright. I think it's, to be honest with you, I think they downscale the lumens to justify. I really think it's probably 250, maybe 300. I shoot in the backyard, and you all know that. I'm not super rugged with my stuff, mainly because I got no real place to do that at. I don't have a super cool shooting range. I don't have like a nighttime 3-gun. I don't have any place to do any of that stuff. I just shoot in the yard, and maybe I put up a target, or maybe I put up a barrier and I run to that barrier and I shoot around that barrier, okay? And then I just carry my gun open, concealed. I carry my gun. So, you know, like you see T-Rex Arms, you see those guys running, shooting, banging their stuff around. Chris Costa, Travis Haley, all those big names. You see them, and I don't mind doing that. I just don't have a place or a reason, so to speak. And so I'm not going to take this out. I'm not going to bash it against things to see when it fails. I'm just going to use it the way I use things. I don't use things hard, obviously, but I'm just going to use it. I think in the everyday capacity, if you carry a gun or use a gun, much in the manner I do, which is the manner most of us do, I think, this light's going to be fine. It's going to be fine for you. I don't think there are any bugs with the aplc or the 3rd gen APL. From what I read while I was waiting on this light, because I was worried. I read some things, and I think everything's squared away. And I'm having holsters made for this gun with the aplc. I'm just going to use it. The TLR7, I haven't mounted it on my on my SIG. I don't know. I don't know if I'll just get rid of the aplc for the TLR7. I mean, it's not broke, so why try to get rid of it, right? Why try to... I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, so to speak. And so far the TLR, or so far the inforce aplc, it just seems to work. At least a little bit that I've had it. I literally, on this gun, and on this light's been on since day one. I have, at most, 200 rounds. At most. And if I have over 200, it ain't much. Maybe 220. Maybe 230. But we'll just have to report back, and I'll just have to, you know, once the winter's gone, once the snow's gone, we'll just have to shoot it, and we'll just have to see how well it holds up. But it really looks cool. It looks nice on the 320. But again, I can't speak to its longevity. But its controls, the controls, I like the controls. And I like the paddle. I like the paddle over the TLR7 paddles. Not by much, but I do enjoy that paddle. that pedal's longer and it gives you more leverage, and it doesn't feel like the paddle's so hard to press in. It's kind of hard to press in on the TLR7. I've pressed that one in a lot, so it's kind of broke in, but man, you just grab this. It's got that nice kind of tactile feel. It's got that like stippling, that sandpaper. And all in all, I mean, it seems cool. No sense in running a 40-minute video on a little weapons light. I'll get some night footage put in here. And we'll just kind of go from there, and I'll let you make the decision.